Hey, call me Shape, and today I'm reacting to a video titled Pretty Black Women Feeling the Pain as Black Men Walk Away. Let's get right into it.
Is anybody else in that era where on Saturdays, Fridays, Saturday, Sunday, all you want to do is stay in the house? People are like, what you doing this weekend? Not a damn thing. Sitting on this couch, chilling, getting cute to come sit on this couch and chill literally the whole weekend. Yeah, I'm in that era. 40 and up, baby. 40 and up club. Now, don't get it twisted. I be outside. I be traveling. But on most weekends, catch me on my couch.
Imagine that, being a beautiful black woman who looks like you have money, you got resources, you got a nice couch, a comfortable home to live in, but no man. Yeah, no man. And a lot of black women are living like this, over 40, okay? Doesn't like being over 40 so fabulous for black women, even attractive black women, I must say. But not every black woman's the most beautiful black woman you're going to find. 40 and up is not that great for anyone if you're black and a woman.
Here is a Saturday in your 40s. You start the day off with a workout because you realize that you've been a little melancholy lately, and it's because you have not worked out in a week, girl. Then you head to Wegmans because you have been craving avocado toast, and today is the day that you're going to make it happen. To set this avocado toast off. Then you pick some nice, fresh, ripe avocado. Get yourself some flowers because you want to see something really beautiful today. Your favorite skincare routine lately is this body oil with this body butter. It is sheer and utter perfection. It is nothing but chocolate, shiny goodness. Then you go ahead and arrange your flowers because, again, you want to see something beautiful today. You go ahead and you make your avocado toast with these beautiful heirloom tomatoes. Top it off with some lemon juice. Then you head into the office to be a nosy neighbor.
I believe that furniture that's going to last a lifetime. Let me see what it's looking like, though.
You turn the heat on because you realize that your bones are a little cold. Now it's time to cook
Alexa,
dinner. On the menu tonight is chicken tortilla soup. It is nothing but sheer and utter goodness. You like to clean as you cook because it helps create.
Auntie, not the pamper butt. Look, I could keep going through this video, but I'm going to tell you what I see already. This is a woman over 40 who possibly fumbled, her life. I think she's living pretty good. It looks like she's living pretty good, right? Got a nice home, got a treadmill in the house. She gets to cook, avocado toast, okay? But from what I could see, this is a lady who looks like an auntie, like your grandaunt, okay? She's wearing a wig, okay? She doesn't really take care of herself, but she lives a fabulous lifestyle, right? She walks into the supermarket with a fur coat or a faux fur, This is average-looking black women to me, but you know what? This is what we're dealing with. And honestly, I think, and I want better for us, but, who am I? I'm just one person, right? I can't want the world from the world. The world needs to want better from themselves. But I found more black women like this, okay? Now, to me, if you're a basic black woman, you should not get on TikTok and make videos about being a basic black woman, especially if you're over 40. But since they do, we react to it.
I'm the only one who finds it hard to make friends as an adult. I'm 42. Don't get me wrong. I have close friends. I have maybe about 2 or 3 very close friends that I talk to on a regular basis. But outside of that, I don't have that core, group of female friends, women friends that you hang out with, go on trips, do all this kind of stuff. I've never actually had that in my life. I've always been a part of other friend groups. I've met someone and then they introduce me to their friends and then I become a part of that friend group. But I've never genuinely met people with the same interest that I have. I've always been a chameleon and kind of adapted to the people that I'm around. But no one has ever truly been a friend group for me for stuff that I like. Am I the only person who feels that way? And it's so weird being 42 and I'm damn, I want to find more friends. I want to find more women who are closer to my age, that I'm an empty nester. My daughter is 21. She's in college. So now I have all this time, but I don't know what to do. Like, I'm an introvert at the same time. So I'm just trying to build like a community, find people that I can just go out to eat with, just meet up, go have a drink, I like anime. Like, go to anime conventions, I'm into K-pop too. Like, maybe check out a K-pop show. I like musicals. Like, I like museums. Like, I like just doing fun, active stuff, Maybe let's go check out a run club, or let's just create our own. Let's go, I don't know, do some trap yoga. Like, let's do something. Let's get active. Let's go ziplining. Like, I want a group of friends. I want a group of women that I can, experience these things with, that actually like the stuff that I like. That want to do that want to hang out. Like, am I the only person who's just like, damn, why is it so hard to make friends as an adult? Versus when you were younger, you just kind of walk up to somebody like, hey, I see you like this. You want to be my friend? As an adult, we can't do that. Like, how do we do it? How do I make friends? How do I find women who are around my age, maybe like be 35 to like 45? Just around that age range, like, somebody help me. Just go experience new things. Try new restaurants, pick a restaurant once a month and we just like go try it out. Like, tell me how do we do this? Like, how do I make friends at 42? Because I just want friends. Help me. I'm the only one who finds it hard to like make friends as an.
I wanted to stop her earlier, but they say if you want to prove a fool wrong, let them continue in their folly, right? And I'm not saying that she's a fool. I'm just trying to say, let people speak, right? If you want to hear someone out and critique them, let them speak. So I let her speak. And to me, all I heard was I want friends. Everything that she wants is not really to have community, is to receive something for herself. This lady probably didn't realize how selfish she sounds. Is anyone surprised that she don't got any friends? Like, no friends? No husband either? Wait, no ring on the finger? I don't see any rings on her finger. Left hand is bare. But, the thing about being a woman that I think a lot of women don't understand is that you're supposed to sacrifice your life for your family. But chances are you're a single mom because you had a kid with someone you really don't want to be with, which I don't understand how it's so common that it's the norm for most women to get knocked up by a guy they don't want to be with. So we got to fix that problem. I don't know how we're going to fix that problem, okay? But to be a single mom at the age 42 years old, you have a 21-year-old daughter, I get it. You don't have your empty nester. You don't need to take care of anybody. I get that. But what can you do for a man? See, this is the question that a lot of women got to ask themselves from the beginning. What can I do for a man? Because if you do something for a man, you will have a life. All these things you're talking about, having friends, blah, blah, you will have that if you have a man. If you're married to a man, your chances are your man is going to be friends with other married men, and you could be friends with their wives. And then guys can have group activities, family activities. Not just, hey, girl, I like this, you like that, let's go hang out, let's go do something. That's what kids do. But a lot of grown women, they act like kids. It's unfortunate. They're not 40 and fabulous. They are average, okay? But for the average girl, there's beautiful women over 40 that can teach you how to do your makeup, okay? That can teach you how to do your makeup. Maybe that's going to help.
Hello, my name is Barbie Thab. I'm 42 years old. I've been in the beauty industry for over 20 years, and here goes some makeup tips for you, especially if you're a woman over the age of 40. Step 1, you're gonna prime. I like to use Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. It's super hydrating. Apply that. Apply your magic cream all over. You're gonna use this in addition to your moisturizer, okay? You want to put this on before you. I'm gonna go in with the Forever Skin Glow by Dior in a 4.5. This is a brush by Makeup by Mario. You do not need a lot, ladies, but I love it. It looks like skin.
Yeah, you know what? For most women, you won't be able to achieve this. You just won't be pretty enough. You just won't be pretty enough. If you want to achieve this look, you won't be pretty enough. This girl is attractive, but let me tell you something. She got red flags, right? I think 42 and making TikToks might be a red flag. Maybe. I don't know. Depending on what the TikTok is about. If the TikTok is about vlogging, oh, my life is so perfect, I don't get it. If it's about complaining to the internet, I don't get it. None of us really care. We're just going to make fun of you. We're just going to laugh, right? So the internet doesn't care about your problems. They may seem like they do. Oh, they look at your stories. They like your pictures. They care about you so much. But really, you're just entertainment for them. A lot of people view you to just remind themselves how good they're doing because they're looking at you like you're doing less. Anyway, this girl here, even though she's giving advice, I'm looking at her and I say, are those real? Right? I don't know. Is that real what she got there? That look a little implantish, okay? Her skin looks beautiful. Shout out to her, even without any makeup. But I do see tattoos on her body, which I don't understand why women, like, you see tattoos don't even look good in your 40s. Like, it might be cool in your 20s, but you got to get it removed if you go in your 40s. Anyway, now, you could be an attractive woman of color, which I'm assuming this girl is. I don't know. She's probably biracial, so she has a little extra advantage against you girls who are just black, right? I didn't say so, but it seems like the world prefers mixed people. Anyway, she wants to see if anyone else feels the exact way she feels being an attractive woman in her 40s. Let's listen to what she has to say and we'll respond.
Okay, so now that I am feeling a little bit more comfortable and like I'm not the only emotional ass bitch on the internet over 40, this brings up another question. And if nobody feels this way, then I'm just gonna feel really terrible about myself. But I mean, by all means, please be honest. And this doesn't necessarily even have to do with if you're over 40. It's just something I've noticed as I've gotten older. And yes, I will be 45 in December. Anyway, has anybody noticed that, like, maybe it started after I had my son. I had my son when I was 34, and I used to always be really on top of it, really smart. Like, I got straight A's in school. I thrived at work. But after I had him, I just became dumb, like a dumb ass bitch. And I don't know why. Okay.
What? Oh my God. What? Yeah. And she's trying to find out, does anyone else feel the same? Hey, ladies, anyone out there over 40 years old that this feels like a dumbass bitch? Does that fit your, does that fit how you feel about yourself? Right? It's shocking, but this is what she said, right? Now, funny, I went to look at some of the comments, and if you just look at the early comments, one person says, I just think it's the responsibilities that we all carry. What does that mean? Do we all carry the responsibility of being a dumb-ass bitch? Anyway, next person says, I love your hair color. Drop what color it is, please. I want my hair color to look like yours. Okay, I guess she didn't pay attention to what she had to say. Another lady said, I need your skincare routine. Right? Even women don't listen to women like this. Okay? And they all might be dumb-ass bitches. I don't know. I'm not saying they are, but they might be. Because they're listening to her and they're subscribed to her. Anyway, moving forward. I have more videos. Okay, so here's a doctor, okay, and she's going to tell you something very important that you got to consider if you are over 40 as a woman, okay? Because it's not all fun and games. You can't just go hang out and go to movies and make friends. There's some real issues to consider if you're 40 plus, okay? We're going to listen to what she has to say and we're going to respond.
Signs that you're entering perimenopause may be a little bit more subtle than you may expect. Some women may have intense hot flashes and night sweats, being woken up in the middle of the night in a panic. And other women may experience some more subtle anxiety or depressive symptoms, some mood changes. So it's not something that will alert you to thinking, oh, my hormones are changing, but maybe I should focus on other areas of my life, including exercise, stress management, and proper sleep, which is very important. But we may not think that it has to do with our hormones. What can make perimenopause a little bit more difficult to manage and understand is that you're still producing hormones. You're still having your ovarian cycles. You're still menstruating if you have your uterus. And so to a general doctor, everything's going to appear normal.
You're still menstruating if you have your uterus. Some people remove, and I know there's like diseases and stuff like that, but you got to consider that. If you're of age, you might have had your uterus removed. Okay, so this is what you're dealing with when you're dating a girl over 40. And if you're over 40 yourself as a man, this is what you're dealing with. It doesn't look so fun. Women say, how come you don't date women your age? Because this. Show them this video, okay? Now, I respect women. I love women. I think women are beautiful. I think black women are objectively the most attractive women in their natural state. Here is an example of one of them. This lady is absolutely gorgeous. But she's going to tell it straight, and so are we.
Usually if lab testing is done, your hormone labs are going to be within the normal ranges, as they should. Your ovaries are still doing their job. When you're working with a menopause specialist, your experience is going to be a little bit different because our eyes are attuned to specific things as far as that lab test, but also our ears are listening for certain signs that may indicate that hormones may need to be brought in. Your labs aren't always going to reflect what you're experiencing. And so when it comes to menopausal hormone therapy, we're looking at the symptoms that you're experiencing and potential cycle changes if that's a part of the picture for you. It is for some where women will bleed more or bleed less as far as an increase in frequency in their cycles, having more than one in a month, for example, or they're skipping months in between. But whether that's a part of the picture or not, when it comes to menopausal hormone replacement therapy in regards to treatment, we're looking for specific menopause symptoms. And what surprises a lot of women is they often are told by medical providers that they have to wait until they're fully in menopause to be treated, and that's absolutely not the case. Perimenopause, which can start between 40 and 45, plus or minus some years on either side, can be over a decade long. And yes, it's a natural, normal process, but suffering is not mandatory. And
Now I have a few suspicions why women suffer in these scenarios. One of the suspicions is diet. If your diet is unhealthy, your life, your health overall is going to be unhealthy. I converted a girl plant-based. I'm going to tell you the honest truth. One of the girls I was talking to, I converted her plant-based, okay? Do you know she used to have eczema? Yeah, she had eczema all over her skin. Like not all over, okay? I had no idea she had eczema, but I guess she had places where she knew, but I couldn't really see. It wasn't in the parts that I was at, okay? Anyway, I don't know why I went like this. But she had eczema, right? Told her about my plant-based lifestyle, why I went plant-based. We watched a few documentaries together, like the Game Changers. I strongly recommend you guys watch the Game Changers. We watched What the Health, and she was sold. She believed it, okay? She went plant-based. I didn't know what was going to happen. I had no idea it was going to affect her eczema, but she had eczema her entire life. She should take steroid shots for her eczema. When she went plant-based, within weeks, her eczema just started disappearing. She also told me that her periods started becoming a lot milder. She didn't have as strong as cramps and stuff like that anymore. So if you know a black woman who are above the age of 40 and you're dating one, let's say you're married to one, I strongly recommend you telling her to watch the documentary, What the Hell, and Game Changers, okay? And men, it talks about that too. It talks about penis health, right? A lot of penis health, a lot of men, 50% of men over age 50 have ED, erectile dysfunction, okay? A lot of that has to do with diet too, okay? All right, so I'm going to stop preaching about diet. Let's get back to the woman. But the point I'm trying to mean to you is that there's a lot of health issues that are rising around this time, and you have to have the stamina and care about somebody to be there for them during these times. And if you don't know nobody, are you really going to be sympathetic and try to work with them when, as a man, you could just date somebody that's not at that stage yet? I'd rather grow with a woman and age with her in such a way where I want to take care of her going through this stage. In the event I find a woman who will be open to a true biblical marriage, where she submits to me as the Lord says to in the Word, in the Bible says you should submit to your husband the same way that the church submits to Christ. Okay, it's in the Bible, it's in Scripture. So if a girl wanted to have a biblical marriage, I wouldn't mind taking care of a woman long term. Okay, I'm saying that because, ultimately, since I've started reading and studying the Bible, I understand that our desires of the flesh are always evil. The things you want, the things your flesh wants, group X, hooking up with multiple girls, threesomes, these kind of stuff. That's the flesh. The flesh is always going to want wildness, right? Debauchery, evil. It's always going to be the opposition of the Lord. So as a man, even as a woman, our job is to control these desires, okay? And I'm saying that to say that if we do that, maybe we won't be aging without a partner, and we can age more gracefully and not be bored at home, stuck on a Saturday night, getting cute for yourself and TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely utilize menopausal hormone therapy, estradiol, progesterone, and even testosterone to help smooth that ride out so that you can enjoy and manage the symptoms that come along with perimenopause for a lot of women. As a menopause specialist myself, I specialize in menopausal hormone replacement therapy for women in perimenopause and menopause. If you're looking for a menopause...
Okay, we don't need you to sell, but hey, if you want to go find her, thank you, lady. Her name is called Menopause Doctor on TikTok. If she can help you, she can help you. Anyway, heat flashes, that kind of stuff, women getting tired, awful, okay? Now, let's listen to a guy talk about his dating life at 40. I'm not 40 yet, I'm 37. Okay, maybe in a couple years, if you see this video later on down the line, if this video is evergreen, which it probably should be, yeah, maybe I might be 40. But as the recording of this video, I'm not 40 yet. So let me let a 40-year-old man describe what it's like to date while you're 40.
So at this point, I'm starting to wonder, am I the problem? I'm having a conversation with my therapist about dating, and she's giving me some tips that I don't agree with, but maybe that's the problem, right? I'm not agreeing with her. Because to me, it doesn't make sense, and maybe I need to make the adjustment. The advice that she has given me, she's saying that I date wrong. And the reason why she's telling me that I date wrong is she looked at my online dating profile. Backstory, a lot of my crazy dating stories come from online dating, which could be the problem as well. But hold on, I gotta stop this because I gotta take this call. All right, I'm back. Business called. Are we just not working on ourselves as a whole? Right? Because the reason why I'm disagreeing with my therapist is she wants me to adjust who I am and how I move to essentially cater to a group of people who are not, I feel like, accountable to themselves, right? So it's almost like you have to lower your standard and lower the way that you move, almost as like a protection mechanism to make sure that you're not attracting users or people who are unhealed or people who feel like they don't need to change, right? Insert whatever negative thing that it is. And so I'm curious to know about you guys' experiences, right? Because I'm going to start sharing more of these dating stories. And maybe it is an online dating thing, because I thought that online dating will help me meet a group of people that I don't traditionally meet in my day-to-day life, because I don't want to really date anybody in my circle, because I think that there's just one type of woman in there. And I need somebody a little more multifaceted. And maybe I'm wrong in that too. I don't know. But let me know. How was dating for you guys? For my married people, if you guys are watching this, right, like how long ago have you been married? Because my other theory is dating right now in this current culture, man, it's tough. But I'm not giving up, right? Because I know that Miss Johnson is out there, and when I do find her, I promise my TikTok page will change, because I'm celebrating this shit and loving this shit out of her for sure. But let me know, how is dating for you guys, right? Have you guys felt like you need to adjust your standard? Are you working on yourself? I'm just looking for some feedback. Easy day.
I'll give you some feedback, brother. Okay? Shout out to this brother, good brother here. Okay, and it seems like, he got a professional job. Maybe he's making some money. He has a therapist. I get it. Here's my issue with the brother, though. Why you have a female therapist, brother? Why you got a female therapist? Shout out to the woman therapist, but listen, just because you went to school to learn how to be a therapist, it doesn't change your biology, okay? I can put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig, okay? I just don't see a place where we go to women for men's advice on life. She's never had to be a man before, so how did she know how to choose a woman from a man's vantage point? She never had a man's vantage point. And I can't tell a woman how to be a woman. So to coach me on dating and not be a man, and a man that has the success where I want to go, it wouldn't make any sense. Right? You wouldn't go to a dentist to teach you how to play baseball. Okay? That's kind of like what you're doing. That's the first thing. Second thing is, I tell people all the time, Jesus is the greatest therapist. God has a plan for you, whether you believe he does or not. That's up to you to believe or not. But all I'm saying about it is, the great thing about following the word is that he lays it out clear, just straight clarity. Right? A lot of people keep searching for answers. It's really spiritual questions you're trying to answer. Okay? And spirituality and religion, and we all confuse these things together. But the Bible is not a religion. Okay? Does it talk about religion? Yes. But the Bible I like how people have the backronym, basic instructions before leaving earth. I think that's a great backronym to the Bible. And it really just tells you literally how to run your business, how to pick a wife. You guys are keep looking for humans to teach you something that someone claiming to be your Lord, whether you agree he is your Lord or not. You're just confused about that. But the Lord is telling you this is the way, but you rather listen to a man who bleeds just like you. At least my God don't bleed like me. My God ain't nothing like me. Okay? So, whether you trust the word or not, that's a you problem, right? Respectfully, you could do whatever you want. But ignoring the book, but especially when I think about it like this, right? Let me drop it like this. I'll say it like this. Some of the best teachers are storytellers, right? Right? They tell you if you want to, even as you want to become a YouTuber, you got to be a good storyteller. You got to learn how to tell a story, right? There's like an art to tell a story and a hero's arc and these different arcs. You know, film industry needs to learn how to do it. Public speakers need to learn how to do it. Public people need to learn how to do it. Communication is everything. I argue to you that communication is a spirituality and what makes us spiritual beings compared to animals. Animals don't have language the way we do. Okay, that's one. Two, the word, the Bible, has language. Okay? And if you understand that it has language, it can communicate ideas and thoughts to you. If you ignore the ideas and the thoughts that are coming from a book from 20 centuries ago, that is the best-selling book of all time. If you've just been ignoring that, if you're going to be part of any bandwagon, any popular bandwagon, join the bandwagon of reading the most ancient text, literally the greatest book that's ever written, the best storyteller, the best stories ever written. The best stories ever written in the Bible. Okay? So it's designed for you to learn and see your life through these stories and learn how to move. So a lot of men, they want another man, a red pill man, to teach them how to choose a wife. Why don't you just let God? God has great instructions on how to choose a wife. Okay? Anyway, now, since a lot of women are 40 and they're not fabulous, okay, they're going to need assistance. What assistance are they going to need? Well, you're going to have women who are fitness coaches. I work with them who are over 40 and they're going to guide you. And I think it's very interesting when she says this one thing. I'm going to play the clip. I'm going to let her say it and then I'm going to respond to it.
While I'm waiting for my Pilates class to start, these are my best tips, the best piece of advice I could give a woman who is 40 and older for 2025. Because I know December, I already know how y'all feel about December. So if you're waiting for 2025, or if you would like to start today, because it's always a good day to make a good decision, right? These are my best tried and true tips for a beautiful fitness routine. Number 1, 12,000 steps a day. Every day, 7 days a week. Number 2, strength train 3 to 4 times a week. If you're going to strength train 4 times a week, I highly recommend at least 1 or 2 of those days be something like Pilates or bar, right? Number 3, drink a lot of water. Figure out how many ounces you personally need to stay hydrated and drink that every single day. Number 4, track your food. I don't care if you think you eat really healthy. I don't care if you feel like your portions are always under control. Eat by some type of plan and track it. Definitely want to be tracking your protein and your fiber if like a flatter tummy is something that is a goal of yours, right? Do that. Hold on. Okay. Prioritize your sleep. Get enough sleep. And it's got to be...
All right, so she's going to just tell you the same thing everybody's telling you. But the thing about it is, on the video is written, and get lymphatic drainage massages as often as you can. What is your lymphatic system? Well, it is your immune system. And the fact that people are getting drained because their immune system is overworked. Why their immune system is overworked, I'm going to break it down to you really simple. Really simple. You ever heard people getting transplants, like a heart transplant, like a kidney transplant, these different transplants? Yeah, well, when you get a transplant, a lot of people don't know this, but I'll let you know, that you need to be placed on immunosuppressant drugs the rest of your life. The reason why you need to be put on immunosuppressant drugs the rest of your life, because your body recognizes, ooh, that's not your heart. Ooh, that's not your kidney. Ooh, that's not your lung. And your body attacks it with your immune system. Okay? And this is looked at as like an autoimmune disease, but it's not an autoimmune disease because you're not attacking yourself. Your body knows there's foreign organs in its body. Your body knows your organs. Your DNA, your organs has the same number. Look, it's like a phone number. They have the same number. So when your body recognizes your organs as your own. Anyway, I'm saying this to say, if a foreign human organ is in your body has an immune response, right? Imagine if when you're eating animal flesh, which is foreign organs in your body, they have blood just like we do, right? So your body recognizes their DNA, but it recognizes not your DNA. When you eat another animal's flesh, your body has an immune response, 100%. And this is why people have autoimmune disease. I don't even want to go into it, you know what I'm saying? But ultimately, trying to eat as much protein, right, as much meat as you can. I'm just telling you the truth. You can do whatever you want. You're over 40. Do what you want to do. Take it from someone. And if anyone challenge me to a blood test. Let's test our blood, okay? Because that's what it really comes down to. How healthy is your blood? Because is your blood healthy, your organ's going to be healthy. Okay, your blood cannot be healthy if you're eating dead material all the time. That's just one. Two, if you're going to teach people what to eat, teach people how to eat healthy fruits and vegetables. Fresh fruit and vegetables. I'm cool with frozen too, but fresh fruit and vegetables for the most part. If that's part of your daily diet, you will age better as a human. Okay, watch the documentaries I was talking about. And I'm saying this because I know a lot of people watching this. You're 40 and up. You don't care about your health. You got a gut. Some men are telling me they're over 200 pounds. They're over 240, 330, blah, blah. You guys are some heavy guys. I know you guys got a gut. Okay? And I'm a personal trainer. I don't know you. Some of y'all might even know. You've been watching me on YouTube for so long. You might think I'm just a YouTuber. No, I'm a personal trainer. I've been a personal trainer for the last 5 years. Okay? I've helped people lose 50 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds. I've helped people lose the weight. Easiest way to get people, one, to eat less by having them fast, intermittent fasting, like an 18-hour fast or maybe a 20-hour fast. Yeah, that means you only eat for 6 hours a day or 4 hours a day. It helps really well. And on top of that, those 6 or 4 hours, you're eating fresh fruit and vegetables. It helps a lot. Okay, and it really bothers me that no one talks about this. If you want to eat meat and dairy, do whatever the hell you want. Okay, but at least know what it's doing to your body. Okay, I got heart disease from the shit. So I take it a little bit personal. I got heart disease from the shit. I had a 50-50 chance to live. And when a doctor tells you you have the 50-50 chance to live, you will really reconsider what you put in your mouth. Okay? Anyway, continuing on. When you're over the age of 40, there's other things to concern about. Okay, so I found this lady. She's talking about things that she's concerned about now that she's in her 40s, and that you got to be careful not to teach the youth some horrible habits and some horrible ways to think about life. Let's listen.
Ladies, hear me when I tell you, it is not enough to be pretty. It is not enough to think that your looks will be what carries you to the promised land. It is fallacy. And it is incredibly wrong when we take a little girl who's beautiful and we pump up her brain so much and she grows up really believing that she's so beautiful that she does not need to develop skills. She doesn't need to develop the ability to communicate. She doesn't need to really pursue an education because her beauty opens up doors for you and it's not going to keep you there. Most people, if you develop relationships with people, because your beauty is so stunning, that's what attracted them. And most times those relationships have no substance. And when you are told at a very young age how beautiful you are all the time, you don't feel the need to develop in other ways. I have daughters. I have beautiful girls. And I know they are going to be stunning when they grow up. I'm their mom. Maybe I'm biased. But I try so hard not to just encourage them and tell them how beautiful they are. I tell them how kind they are, how smart they are, how clever they are, how funny they are, how sweet they are, because those are things that will get them far in life. Ladies, do not rest your laurels on your beauty. Do not put all of your energy in how you look. Put some energy into your education. And not just a formal education, that's important, not just a formal education, but be knowledgeable about things around you. Develop an opinion that is your own opinion based on knowledge and information. Don't just take someone else's opinion and regurgitate it to make yourself sound smart. Actually know what you're saying, know how you feel, and come with your own perspective. That's important. And the most important.
And that's where we disagree. I think it's funny because I agreed with her diagnosis, but I didn't agree with her prescription. Yeah, you know, you can't just be beautiful. I 100% agree with that. We are in alignment there, okay? Don't tell your daughters they're just beautiful. I'm with that. We're aligned with that. Here's where you went wrong. You said, go get an education. This is the solution that the feminists told women they need to do. Go get an education. We've told women, avoid the house, avoid the home. To be married is like bondage. It's slavery. Avoid it at all costs. And it's funny it says that. Because God's for freedom. God's not for slavery. And marriage is a biblical thing. So nothing about marriage is slavery. I said this in a prior video. I'm going to say it again. A lot of women think, you know, the reason why the man's a leader is because he's more, because the underlying presumption is that he's more valuable than her, that he's more smarter than her, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Oh, men think they're smarter. And so they try to go to school to become smarter than us. And then they try to do other things to become stronger than us. And they try to exceed us. But they fail. Every step of the turn, they fail. Why? Because a woman, as hard as she may try, she will never be a man. And that's ordained by God. Radically accept your reality as a woman in this world. Radically accept it. That's what you really need to tell women. Radically accept your reality as a woman in this world. You have a small reproductive window, and the most valuable thing you could do is start a family. No, get a job. We're telling people that you're a slave in a family, but you're free in a job. You see that rhetoric? You're a slave as a married woman. But if you are working 40, 50, 60 hours a week for a job in which you use your diploma, your degree to get. Oh, girl, go do your thing, girl. The world's yours. The world's your oyster, blah, 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 blah. And we say this to women, and they put off having children. And then when they get to the age of, let's say, 35, 36, they freeze their eggs. And now it's almost as if it's going to be completely hopeless to find a man. You might. Good luck. You might. And I hope you do. I got no horse in this race. I don't benefit from women not finding love. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we're all going to die. You know what I'm saying? I don't own the world. God owns the world. I expose to you how I view the world. God owns none of this belongs to me. So I'm not involved I'm not invested in women failing. But I want to tell the truth like the truth is that we have turned away from the Lord, which is family, right? Because the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, that's the divine order. But it shows family, the Father and the Son. We've turned away from the family. We've removed the father from the household. And we know that God wanted, he ordained it, that the man is the head of the household, the same way Christ is the head of the church. He's ordained it that way. So we've went in the opposite order of God. And now we're chasing degrees, we're chasing jobs, we're chasing servitude to an organization, to a corporation that you're just a number in. And when I tell people to serve the Lord, they're like, "Oh, that's so crazy! That's so great! I don't want to do that." And I get it. Some people had a bad experience with religion. I'm one of them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here to tell you that the Bible's not a religion. The Bible has religion in it. By the way, the first religion was started by a woman. Her name was Eve. And she started a religion in the 3rd chapter of the Bible. 3rd chapter. The Bible, Genesis starts, literally, the funny thing about Genesis, the first book in the Bible, it starts off, God created, the heavens, the earth, you know what I'm saying? He created everything. And then when the humans came into the picture by chapter 3, we already are falling from God's grace. We already messed up. The Bible just introduced our ass, and we already messing up. How? God had a divine order that he said in the first 2 chapters. Be fruitful, which is be productive. Multiply, which is reproduce, yeah, but really multiply. Have a lot of kids, okay? Which, by the way, that means that you're going to have a commitment to each other, the man and woman. It really is, right? They're going to have to build a family, right? Multiply. and have dominion over the world. Okay? Meaning all the wild beasts, we're supposed to have dominion over them. I'm not saying we should eat them, because I don't know if you heard, but Genesis 1:29, every seed bearing herb and plant and fruit bearing plants, this should be your food. Genesis 1:29, right? He pretty much said, and period, right? They didn't say, don't forget the meat and the dairy, Anyway, I'm just saying that, I figured I'd say it because I'm a truth teller. I'm going to just tell the truth. But, he ordained for us to have dominion over animals. Now, the funny part about chapter 3, when you look at the fall of man, because that's what I'm saying, man fell from God almost the minute we got here. The minute he made us, and then Eve, he made man and then Eve, we fell from his grace like this. They're just trying to show you how much sin is built into us. Sin is built into the human condition, and you have to actually work against sin, which is the part of the free will, which is part of getting closer to God, which is part of reading the word. Anyway, Eve listened to a serpent who told her, eat from the tree of knowledge good and evil. The reason why that's interesting, because the serpent is part of the animals that God wants us to have dominion over, right? God, man, beast, right? God had dominion over us. We have dominion over the beast. So that's an order. That's a pecking order. God, man, beast. Well, here the serpent comes in, tells Eve, hey, man, eat from the tree from good and evil. God's hating on you. So she obeys the serpent against the order of the Lord. So here it goes. Beast, man, God. We literally flipped the entire divinity on its head. It's supposed to be God, man, beast, and turn to beast, man, God. And that's what the world we're living in right now. We're living in this complete world of absolute chaos because we're led by beast, wild beast. And we think we know more than God, and that's fine. If you feel like you're of a supreme being, that's on you. I don't gotta join that shit. All right, I'm gonna humble myself. Right, I'm gonna believe that the book, the Lord is the truth. Okay, and I'm gonna submit and I'm gonna yield to Him. I don't want to say submit. I'm gonna yield to Him. You could yield to the world. Do whatever you want. I see people in the comments, you guys think y'all so smart. Y'all know everything. Okay. Hey, you're smarter than the Bible. Okay. You think the Bible had nothing valuable to offer? Okay. Maybe you could write a book better than the Bible because you're so smart. And maybe you could sell more books than the Bible because you're so smart. Because you're just so divine. Everything you say is, you're just so clever. But I'm going to humble myself and I'm going to read. I'm going to learn. I'm going to become a great student. And at that point, to me, I'll have a better vantage point to critique the Bible. But in fact, I'm going to just understand how flawless it is. Like a lot of people that I listen to, talk about how flawless the Bible is. Not because of its interpretations and the many different interpretations, but how consistent it is, how clear the message is. Even though it's interpreted and translated different ways, whatever, ignore the translation. See the fact that, and I'm only trying to say ignore the translation because if you want to really go deep, just learn the Hebrew. Then you're going to really learn the Bible as deep as it really is. Now you don't even need the translation. The Hebrew language is consistent back then and now. That ancient Hebrew, well, not the Hebrew they speak now, but the ancient Hebrew that we have in the Bible, we have a way of defining that and understanding that right now. Anyway, I'm saying all this because I think we're out of order. I think we need to regain order. If you want to date as a man in your 40s, your 50s, and up, I really submit to you that you date a woman that understands the word. If you think that a better woman is going to be a woman that doesn't understand the word, compared to a woman that understands the word and lives her life through faith that way, which is preserving what's the most sacred about herself, which is her body, right? Compared to women who have given everything away. And the Bible tells us not to do that either. Don't throw your pearls to, don't reveal yourself to the world and don't throw your pearls to swine. I forgot what scripture that was, but that's it's in the book. If you want to grow like that, then go ahead. Right? But I really believe that we're in some lost times, and this is why women, don't say anything. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, there's no intelligence coming from humans in the way that they think we could just have a good idea, have thoughts and opinions. There's no intelligence in that. All the intelligence is from studying and understanding, listening more than you talk, right? So listen, see what's out there, learn what's out there. Other than that, like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see y'all over there.